are the things I heard. Do you wanna get paid? Bro got a job that he wanted, then he got sacked on his second day. And everything here's so backwards, need to put things back in place. Them man need to watch their back.
Guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Bronwin. If you're a returning subscriber, what's good? So as you already read by the title below, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a soft glam slash nighttime type of look. So if you're interested to see how I do that, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I already done my eyebrows off camera, and basically it was the soap brows look. And if you want to see how I did that, I have a video on my channel, so I'm going to insert a little card over here for you to click on it and go check the video. It's a very in-depth, very straight to the point tutorial, which is like 2 minutes long, so you can just go check it out before we proceed. So first things first, I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Cool Tan, and I'm basically going to be I'm basically going to be concealing like my dark spots on my face, under my eyes, and my lip area, because those are the areas that are actually really dark. Then I'm going to take some of the concealer and basically apply it on my lid to kind of prep my lid for the eyeshadow. So then I'm going to set my eyelids with the banana powder. So I'm basically kind of using this to set the brows and also as like a transition shade. So I'm going to use this very old eyeshadow palette that I had for the longest time. If it just open. Okay, so what I'm going to be using, ooh, it's even breaking, guys. My eyeshadow is just, it's an L. Okay, so I'm going to be shut. Okay, so this one is falling apart. Okay, fine, it's whatever. This is my very first eyeshadow palette, so it's really old. Don't judge me, okay? Cool. So I'm going to be using this shade together with this shade as like a transition shade as well. So I'm basically kind of doing swipes on the eyelid, focusing mainly on the upper lid. And then I'm going to take a darker shade, which is this shade over here, and then I'm basically going to just fill it in on the outer lid. So I'm basically going in the same direction and the same way that I was doing the transition shade. And what I'm focusing on is getting the product literally just where my lid folds. And then I'm going to take this shade, which is like a bronzy type of orange goldy shade, this one over here. So what I'm doing basically is I'm covering the inner eye to kind of give it that pop of color. Okay, so that's how it looks now. And then I'm kind of going to take a darker brown shade, which is this shade over here, to kind of now blend in the outer eye and the inner eye. Now the key to makeup is just making sure that you blend everything well, especially the eyeshadow. You need to make sure that your eyeshadow doesn't look too harsh and that it's properly blended in. So then I use mascara to kind of dust off any product that might have fallen on my lashes, because I have sensitive eyes, and if it gets in my eye then I'm going to be teary the whole time, which is going to ruin my eyeshadow look. And then for foundation, I'm going to be using the Rimmel London Lasting Finish foundation in the shade Almond. And this is my favorite foundation because it just works for me, man. It's full coverage, it's my shade, it lasts for more than 25 hours. But yeah, it really lasts for the whole day, which is amazing because I need a foundation that lasts for the whole day and not have me looking like I'm melting during the people. I like to work with a foundation brush rather than a beauty blender because I just feel like a foundation brush, it's easier to work with. I prefer using brushes than a beauty blender to blend in the foundation. I normally use my beauty blender for concealer, but for foundation, it's definitely a foundation brush. I got this brush on AliExpress. It was run about, like, I think it was 50 bucks for one brush, but it came as a set as well, so yeah. And then I'm going to conceal the face with the very same concealer I showed you guys, Lego Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan. And if you're wondering where you can get this concealer, you can just get it at Discam. I got it for like 70 bucks. Take a clean beauty blender. So what I do is I make sure that the concealer under my eyes stays on a little bit so that it can actually give it more coverage while I blend in the other areas of my face. I'm going to be using the Lego Pro Concealer, but this time it's in the shade Toast to kind of contour the other parts of my face. Basically getting just under the cheeks, the cheekbones basically. So this is basically to make sure that your face appears very chiseled. Then it's time to blend in the concealer under the eyes. Okay, so my camera was heating up and eventually switched off. So while I waited for it to cool down, I basically prepped my eyes for the lashes as well as the lashes. And now I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to basically set the concealer. So you want to make sure you pack in the powder on your under eye. So I don't really want to let it sit and bake, so I'm basically just patting it into the product. So what I like doing is I like to make sure that I pack in enough powder under my eyes because that's the area that I want to really pop. And also as the day goes, you will be looking fresh. Your makeup will still be looking fresh because of the powder that's been packed on. Then I'm going to take an angled blush brush and kind of set my brows because I don't want my brows looking oily, but I want them to look more natural, if you know what I mean. Just kind of dust that out. So this is the second layer. So you're basically going under the eye and then to the lower lip. So what you want to kind of do is make sure that you also kind of set the side of the nose and leave the darkness of the contour shade as well as the nose bridge. Then I'm going to take the angled brush and kind of just set the rest of the face, but not putting too much product. And I'm setting the nose bridge. I like to save the nose bridge for last so it can sit while I apply my lashes. Okay, so I've done my lashes off camera, and now I'm just going to dust off some of the Access product on the face. Just going to kind of dust it downward. It's always difficult for me to line my under eye because my eyes are so sensitive. Like, I can't, eh? And then I'm going to mix this shade over here with this shade on my underlid, my under eye, whatever you may call it. Then I'm going to take some of this orange over here. Then I'm going to take this shade over here, the same shade I did on my lid. Highlight my tear duct area. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use my MAC highlighter. Looks like these. It's a bit dirty, so don't judge. Now we're going to do the lips, and for the lips I'm going to be using my OG, my all-time favorite liquid lipstick, and it's the Essence Color Boost lipstick in the shade Dusty Romance, and I got this at Discount for, I think it was 50 bucks. So I'm first going to be applying the lipstick, and then I'm going to line the lips. I'm going to take this shade over here to kind of make the shade darker. And I'm going to line my lips. Please don't judge my pencil. It's my favorite pencil and it's finishing. So, like, I gotta finish it off. And then for blush, I'm going to be using this shade over here. And there you have it, guys, the finished look. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and follow me on my socials. I'm going to put them right here. And so yeah, from me, Bronwin, signing out.
Job that he wanted, then he got sacked on his second day. And everything here's so backwards, need to put things back in place. Then man need to